not have to be just Amtgard. Next step are your long-term goals. Long-term goals are things that should be evaluated once a week to once a year. Okay? These are things that can lead you to lifetime goals. These are things that can put you in those directions. But these are still things that you can write down and check off when you're done. Awesome, I've done. These are things like win the next tournament, place in the next tournament, depending on how good you are. Remember, goal setting is about making them achievable. More long-term goals. Get your 5th Order of the Warrior. Get defeat Evil Randy the next 5 out of 10 times. Something that you can do long-term, you can keep working on, you can set up, that can lead you to becoming a warlord, becoming a sword knight, whatever else, okay? Stab Evil Randy. That is a short-term goal. That's right now, you know.
Whoa, hey, I heard it's a long-term goal.
Yeah.
Depends on how long.
Continually.
Okay, short-term goals should be done by the day or event at the longest, okay? These are goals that we set up, some of the class, the people that took my class earlier, for this event. These need to be specific. They need to be things that you can check off and measure yourself. All your goals need to be achievable. They need to be realistic. And just 10% beyond that to push you into doing it. Okay? Your event goals for today were things like I had a couple students who wanted to learn a better rap shot. That's an event goal, but I asked him more specific than that. He wanted to throw X many rap shots and get them to land. Okay? That is a goal that you can say, look, I can do that for today. Throw the rap shot, throw the rap shot. That many of them land today means I'm getting better at throwing rap shots. I had, what else did we have? Have someone believe his feint. You want to get better at feints. Feints and baits, things like that. Okay? Told him, look, that's a great goal. How are you going to measure that? I'm going to throw an X number of feints today, and X number of those are going to be bought, and I'm going to achieve them. These are short-term measurable goals that will lead you to your long-term goals. You can have 4 or 5 of them per long-term goal, whatever you want. Right? They need to be reevaluated every Saturday, every Sunday when you play. Every event. Dark Shore, I'm going to go to Dark Shore. Orca had an amazing event goal at Dark Shore. He showed up and said, you know what? I'm tired of people telling me I'm going to be good in one day. I'm going to come to this event and show everyone I'm good now. What did you guys think?
He improved a lot.
What did you guys think about Orca at Dark Shore?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he still sucks.
Destroyed that Ditchfield, guys. Okay? Yeah. He was raping people, and he went to that event, specific goal to show them. I think he achieved it. I think he did an amazing job. I think he's going to do that, he's going to check that off, and he's going to go home and set a new goal. Okay? Every time you achieve something, it builds your confidence, it builds what you're doing, it gives you one more step, you go home, you write another one. It's as simple as that. That's what goal setting is. Yeah, he was fighting with a purpose, and he was there to do it. And that's what he was there to do.
Everyone's next event goal, humiliate Orca. Don't let him win anything.
Yeah, don't tell him I told you this. Yeah.
That's a 50-person event, all going for one reason, to make Orca look bad.
You'd be surprised. He may come back over the top of us.
Hey, if he does, good for him.
Yeah. Okay, practice, planning, and prepare. Okay, short-term goals, building confidence, yes. Okay, practice and prepare. We all know about practice, right? What is the #1 thing that can help us fight? Practice, right? That one's easy, guys. Setting up drills, drilling with people, sparring. Sparring with a person is a drill. You heard it from Evil Randy if you took his basics class, okay? That is a drill. You just keep doing it. Boom, 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 boom. It teaches you shot placement, it teaches you to take your shot, it teaches you practice things, whatever. Okay? That is a physical practice. Okay? Proper planning. Remember, we are talking about tournament. Okay? Practicing for tournament and sparring. We all know that we play battle games, we all know we ditch a lot. That will not prepare you for a tournament fight. Okay? Some of you in that last class I told you, Amtgard has 3 different fighting styles. Battlefield, battle games, ditching, tournament. They are completely different. They help each other. But when you are doing them, they are different ways of fighting, they are different techniques, things that you do. Okay? So when you practice, if you want to be better at the next tournament, you practice, you spar people, you fight one-on-one, you take hit that you would take in tournament. You know, throw a shot that you would throw in tournament. That's what you need to do. We all know physical practice. We all watch sports movies. Yeah.
You're the best around, and no one's ever going to keep you down.
Okay. Proper planning. What does proper planning stand for? When you show up at a tournament, you need to be there mentally, you need to be there physically. If you are scrambling for your second sword because the flow class is coming up, you are not thinking about fighting. Bring your own crap. Put it in a pile, sit down next to it, and sit there. Okay? You want to go do other things, we're going to talk about that also, but have your stuff. Have it ready. If you need to remake it the night before, remake it the night before. Okay? Not a big deal, guys, but if you take your eye off winning, go find yourself a shield, a sword, a pole. I know not everyone uses a pole and they don't like it. You need to have one for tournament. You show up to a tournament, you're going to win, you show up with 2 short swords, a shield, and a pole. So we all know open is just sword and board 2. Okay? Yeah, dagger and flow. Maybe if you go to one of those weird places that have the core for dual daggers, you know.
Like me boxing?
Yeah.
Something else in the tournament, while you're sitting there with all your big pile of gear, watch the fight. It's really important to watch your opponents. If there's someone that's been beating you, watch him. You might figure something out. Hey, wait a second, he stutter steps before he throws the stab. Learn it. If you're just kind of talking to your buddies and joking around, and your opponent's up there, you could have been studying this guy for the last hour and a half. Take that time. Watch your opponents. Watch all the fights. It's the best thing you can do while you're sitting there waiting for this to come up.
Exactly. Okay.
It's also a great way to find out. You know, you can stop him afterwards and say, "Hey, man, I don't know what you did. How did you do that?" Most Amtgarders are pretty cool, and they'll tell you what your goal was, because we all want to elevate the quality of our game. We're not Amtgards and we're not dagger here because we want to build everybody up. No offense.
Okay. Again, I hate to keep harping on this. I spent 6 hours talking to Orko at Dragon Dark Shore. Okay. When he first started this, every single one of us said he's going to be good. I guarantee you, and I couldn't agree with these guys, it wasn't because of his physical ability. It was because he had a dedication to learning how to fight.
Fighter practice every week. Sometimes it was just him and DB for months at a time, just beating on each other for 4 to 5 hours a night.
He went to every fighter and said, "Teach me something." When we told him you're going to be good one day, it was not his physical ability. He still thinks that, but it's not true. Okay? It was his dedication to fighting. I see that in a lot of you here. The fact that you're here today already puts you a step up from everyone who finished. That's that step that you guys need. That thing. Proper planning. Do not go to the store in the middle of a fight. Okay? We're running a tournament. You get the first 2-1 and we're taking a break. Don't go get water at the store. Don't go buy McDonald's. Okay? Bring your water. Bring your food. Eat something proper ahead of time. Okay? We're going to talk about what you do ahead before the tournament. They're just distracted. If you have A&S things, make sure put someone else responsible for them. Okay? I cannot stress this enough. When you show up to a tournament to win, you show up to a tournament to win. No! Don't run the tournament. Do not run the tournament. If you have to run the tournament, don't enter it. It's just not worth it. Okay? Because there's so much going on, you just can't do it.
It cheapens both the tournament running and your ability.
Yes.
Pick one, go and focus on it.
Okay. I'm guilty of doing that all the frickin' time. But mental. Yeah, you know, guys, give someone else a chance. You know, you have every right to be in a tournament also. We have a couple of people who like to step out of tournaments and let other people win. You have every right to school tournament if you want. Mental preparedness before a tournament. You show up that day. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about something else, but show up that day. Pick up your best combo. Go out, spar for 5 minutes, stretch, loosen up, and then sit down. Okay? This is not the time to be working on your weakest combo. This is not the time to be experimenting and trying something. This is the time to walk out, hit someone, and go, wham, I killed you. Wham, I killed you. That builds your confidence for the day. It loosens you up and gets you ready to fight. Okay? If you cannot put yourself in the mental ability, in the mental place to win a fight. You are going to lose every time. Guaranteed. Okay. I'm going to skip this one real quick because we're due. This is a quote that from Sir Michael that I think is absolutely amazing. And his quote is, "I have never lost a tournament I thought I was going to win." Wait, I messed that up. I have lost a tournament I thought I was going to win. I have never lost a tournament, won a tournament I thought I was going to lose. That's what it is. I have lost tournaments I was sure I was going to win, but I have never won a tournament I thought I was going to lose. Okay? You go into the fight thinking you're going to lose, you're going to lose. You go into a fight thinking you're going to win and you lose, it happens. Okay? You have to be prepared for that. You have to have the ability to overcome that. Yes, quicksand is just amazing. You lose a fight. I have a fighter in my field that is an amazing fighter. He's the worst tournament fighter we have. He is worse than all of you. It's because he is a fighter. He loses one fight, he will not win for the rest of the day. Okay? Have an ability to change. You get fight. Stuff happens. I mean, the best of us get stabbed by a noob. It happens. Or sloughed out of a shot. Just trying to stay positive.
Walk it off.
Reeves make a bad call. Okay? You step aside, you drop it, whatever you have to do. You want to go beat your shield around the corner? Go do that. You want to go scream and yell in your car about how everything's horrible? Do that. But then come back to the field ready to fight and ready to win. Okay? If you lose your confidence for the day, you're done. Period. End of subject. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah, we brought you flowers.
That being said, planning ahead for that to happen. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We've all been sloughed. Specifically in a tournament. It happens. Okay? It is going to happen to you. I'm not saying anyone here would do that, but what happens is you... Okay?
At least you know. Because I want to win. Make you gas.
You know? What happens when you go up to Pack War? What happens when you go to Rackets and enter the tournament? You're fighting people you don't know? Yeah, that's the other thing. Okay?
Rule number one, don't fight
Okay? Using positive phrases. I'm going to get a little hippie on you guys, okay? Thinking positive. Always think positive. I have someone in my life who's not out here right now, who hears that phrase and freaks the fuck out. She thinks it's weak, she thinks it's horrible, and everything else. Whatever it takes to think positive, stay forward, keep moving. Do not let things get you down, okay? Using phrases, I can beat this guy. I'm really good. I can do this, works, okay? The most, the example that M-Hog has down here, okay? Professional sports. Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup in 2001. Okay? Do you know what they told themselves for the entire finals?
What game we playing?
Their slab was 16 wins. Not, I'm going to win the Stanley Cup. That's nothing they can do. 16 wins is what it takes to win the Stanley Cup in the finals. 16 wins every game. We are going to win 16 times. Period. End of subject. Guess what? They did. Okay? It's an amazing ability that the human mind can do. The flip side of that, it can also destroy you. Oh, this guy always kills me. Oh, I can't beat him. He's gonna slough me. Those Reeves aren't gonna call this. It's gonna happen if you think that. It comes down to that. There's nothing I can tell you other than don't do it. Okay?
You know a guy's gonna slough you? Like, we all know who the predominant sloughers in Westmarch are. Angle your body and his body in front of the reef.
Well, we're gonna
Angle that shot. That way the reef can't not see you hit him.
What we're going to do is talk about all the little tricks that you can do during tournament, okay? This is a gray area. If your moral compass says that you don't want to do this, don't do it. So these are things that can give you an edge, okay? If all things are equal, all fighting style, all weapons, and everything else, these are what are going to win you fights, okay? There are things like putting your opponent's size in the sun. You line up with their sun. If you don't want to do this, this is my